Amy Duggar has demanded her cousin Josh get the maximum prison sentence of 20 years for his sick CP crimes. The Counting on alum spoke out after Josh's wife Anna and mom Michelle begged the judge for a more lenient sentence. Amy wrote on her Instagram story on Thursday, "Thank you to everyone who has reached out. Please do not send me the graphic and sick details of Josh Duggar's case. Honestly, I have to protect my mind and my heart from hearing or reading such disgusting material. Please let me remind you to be careful if you are interested in knowing the graphic details to protect your mind and heart also. You'll just never be the same. I will continue to shine a light in the most darkest areas. Please just pray that Josh Duggar will be given the ultimate sentence, 20+ years." Josh was found guilty of possessing and receiving CP on December 9th and will be sentenced for the crimes on May 25th. While prosecutors are demanding Judge Timothy L. Brooks' sentence that is graced start to 20 years in prison, Josh's legal team is begging for just 5 years behind bars. The Sun can exclusively reveal Anna and Michelle were the only immediate family members to write letters to the judge. In Anna's letter, she describes her husband of 13 years and father of her 7 children as considerate, respectful, quick to forgive, patient, and genuinely the kindest person. Her letter read, "Joshua has worked hard to provide for me and our now 7 children, but the happiest part of the day by far is when Daddy comes home from work and his cheerful voice fills the house. Hey guys, how's it going? What did you learn about in school today?" These are usually the conversation starters in between greeting each of our children. Joshua is an engaged dad who gladly throws a football with his sons, listens to our daughters play a new song they have learned on the piano, helps answer homework questions, or lends a hand sweeping up spilled crackers. He is a kind, loving, supportive, and caring father and husband, his primary focus in life. My children and I rely on Joshua for financial, emotional, and physical support. Many others depend on Joshua too. Mom Michelle said in her letter that Josh has friends and family who love and support him in his abilities to succeed as a husband, father, and business owner, and man both now and in the future. Other letters include Anna's father and family, Duggar neighbors, like Aunt Reber, who allowed Josh to stay in his home while on house arrest, a pastor, and more. But Josh's father and siblings didn't write letters to the judge, despite many attending the trial in support of their older brother. While arguing for Josh to receive the maximum sentence, the government brought up when Josh molested minor females in the family home when he was a teenager. The court papers claimed, "This court is now presented with an offender who has a history of sexually abusing minors, who has not received any treatment or therapy for this conduct to speak of, who appears unlikely to ever seek out or meaningfully participate in treatment or therapy to address this conduct, and who continues to deny any responsibility for his past or present crimes. There is simply no indication that Duggar will ever take the steps necessary to change this pattern of behavior and address his predilection for minor females. Given these circumstances, this court should be particularly mindful in crafting its sentence of the likelihood that Duggar reoffends upon his release from incarceration and what his reoffending conduct will entail." Prosecution then went into the type of CP Josh downloaded, calling it sadistic, masochistic, and violent. The court papers read, "In fact, the forensic evidence presented at trial included multiple torrent files related to a series of CSAM that has repeatedly been described by law enforcement as being among the worst of the worst." Prosecutors claim over 600 images of CP were involved in the case, as opposed to Josh's team arguing there were 127 photos. It was revealed that one file name found on his HP desktop computer was of a video of a 3-month-old being sexually abused. One folder contained 65 thumbnail files of an underage girl.
That's it for now, thank you for watching, please subscribe to stay tuned.